Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm filming from home today. This is a little different for me because normally I would be out walking on a trail and filming, but I thought I would just try a different scenery today and see if you guys enjoy the more cozy vibe of me being at home. So I'm just going to jump right in here. I have been thinking a lot about dating and jumping back into the dating scene after a breakup or after being single for a long period of time. And I think that sometimes people really struggle with getting back into the dating scene because either they've been jaded by their past relationships, so now they're really cynical, or they're afraid of getting hurt, or all this stuff. And I've experienced this myself. I've been in that fear-based place of wondering, am I going to get hurt again, or am I going to get disappointed? And something that's really helped me kind of flip the script on this is actually simply viewing dates as learning experiences and gathering data from each date. So, for example, I was seeing someone probably about a month and a half ago. We saw each other for about a month. We were not in a relationship, but we were just getting to know each other slowly over a dating app. So, over the course of a month, I learned quite a bit about this guy. Really nice guy, very good with communication, very old fashioned. He would get the car door for me. He would offer his jacket to me when I was cold. And he would just check in to make sure that I was comfortable on our dates. Very, very sweet guy. But something that came up as time went on, I realized that he was still going through that party stage. So he was in his late 30s and he was still going through that phase of going out with his friends on the weekend and drinking and sometimes getting drunk. And that's just not my lifestyle at all. I never party. It's just not my thing. I don't have anything against it for people that want to do that. I think there's a lot of people that are still partying in their 30s, but it contrasts my lifestyle drastically because I'm in the gym all the time. I'm really into nutrition and keeping my body healthy and also staying present too. I did notice that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes people who are really into smoking pot and drinking and doing all that kind of partying, sometimes they're not really that present. And so since being present is something that is very important to me in a relationship, I did have to consider this guy's lifestyle and think about, is this really a big deal to me? Because I could have overlooked that and just said, well, he's such a great guy and he has all these amazing qualities. And, he takes initiative to plan our dates and he loses track of time when he's with me and he's really focused on me and all that. And that's great. But I realized I need to look at the whole picture here. So we ended up having a conversation about it where I mentioned my concern about our difference in lifestyles, and I was wondering if that was going to work out for the long term. I was also kind of testing to see whether this is just a phase he's going through or if this is something he actually loves and this isn't something he's going to give up. And it turns out that he really enjoys time with his friends. He likes going out to these events where he can kind of kick back and drink and just not really worry about anything. So I was really happy that he was being so transparent with me and just letting me know that this is just what he does. This is how he lives his life. He doesn't seem like he sees it as an issue that he's going out and drinking often, and it makes him happy, and that's great for him. But I let him know that that's not something that I would be getting involved in. So if we dated, I wouldn't be going out to these events with him because I do feel uncomfortable around drunk people. And also, it's just a very stimulating environment, and that's just not really my thing. And so we talked about that, and we just came to the conclusion that we live pretty different lives, and it just wasn't going to work out. So at first, I was disappointed because I was feeling like I found this great guy who was really good with communication. That was very important to me because I hadn't really experienced good communication in a relationship before, not really to that degree. So I was a little disappointed. But then I realized what I can do is I can write down all the good qualities that I really enjoyed about this guy. And then I can take note of what is something that I should be paying attention to for future dates. Because since I was so fixated on good communication, I overlooked the fact that our lifestyles were quite different. And I did see the signs a little bit early on, but I thought maybe they weren't really a big deal. So this whole experience got me a little bit more clear about not only am I looking for solid communication in a relationship, but I'm also looking for a guy who is going to align with my health and fitness lifestyle. Someone who's going to be in the gym with me, someone who's going to be doing mobility exercises with me, or at least who is expressing curiosity about it. Someone who wants to explore the dance scene with me, because that's something that is super prominent in my life. I'm really big into the social dance world. That's my life. So someone who's going to be involved in that, but above everything else, someone who's taking care of their body, someone who is noticing what they're putting into their body is going to affect them for better or for worse, depending on what it is. Someone who has self-awareness around that. But this isn't something that I necessarily made important in the past. I feel like in relationships, I kind of let that slide a little bit, the health and nutrition part for my partner. But now I'm like, no, that is non-negotiable. I definitely want someone who's on the same page with me on that. But if I think about it, maybe I wouldn't have come to that conclusion if I hadn't gone on multiple dates with this last guy. So just something to think about. If you take time to get to know someone over the course of a month, let's say, you can learn so much about them. I mean, everything's just going to come pouring out because we really can't hide who we truly are. It's going to show up in our habits and what we prioritize. So those are the things to look out for in your date. This isn't about being paranoid and trying to look for red flags, but this is just simply about staying aware of what is showing up organically. So for me, with this last guy, just he would tell me what he was doing on the weekends. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going out with my friends. We're gonna go watch this game, or we're gonna go to this big event." And then he would talk about how he felt a little hungover the next day. He would mention these details to me, so it just came out. It's not like anything was hidden. So again, when you go out with somebody and let's say it didn't work, let's say they had a lot of great qualities, but then maybe your lifestyles didn't align, this is really useful data and you can write about this. And I would really omit anything negative. Oh, I would only talk about positive things. So you can talk about maybe they were really romantic, maybe they got the door for you, maybe they were great with compliments, maybe they took initiative with planning dates. You can write all that down. I think it's really important to definitely do a writing practice after every date. And this will help you become more clear about what you're truly looking for in a relationship. And it will also ease the discomfort you might feel from something not working out. Because instead of seeing it as a failure, you can see it as, again, a learning experience and also just a way for you to get more clear about what kind of person you want in your experience. And I'm going to attach a free PDF that you can download. It'll be in the description of this video. And it will be questions asking you things like, what traits did you like about this person? And how did your body feel when you were around them? Things like that to help you get a little bit more clear about this person in particular, or maybe just a little bit more clear about what you want for a relationship in general. So you can go ahead and check that out. Other than that, I'm going to start wrapping up this video. I really appreciate you listening to my message, and I hope that you gained something useful from all this information. And if this video did resonate with you and you feel inspired, you can subscribe. On this channel, I talk about things like law of attraction, obviously dating advice, self-improvement tips, and just stepping into a greater version of you. So if that's something you enjoy, then you can follow me. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.